Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another jam-packed episode of the Warvick Panels. I'm joined by my co-host, Miss Spoopy.
I'm the spoopiest girl you know.
That would that sounds like it'd be a great idea for a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll just gotta make all these millions with my
Yeah.
spoopiness.
Anyway, if you haven't heard already, it's Halloween time. We're gonna get real. We got some scary stuff for you, but the first thing, but the first thing we definitely got to talk about that's scary. Somehow, Marvel canceled Cloak and Dagger. What
Oh
is up with
no.
that?
Well, Marvel is definitely still trying to well, I think honestly it's less Marvel, more Disney. I think they are trying to do a lot with Disney Plus, and they're sort of reallocating their resources. So I think they looked at Cloak and Dagger and went, yeah, this just isn't doing as well as we hoped. I know they had talked about doing a Runaways Cloak and Dagger crossover,
Yes.
so we might still see um our intrepid duo, but yes, the show is now gone bye-bye.
Yeah, and Olivia Holt posted this great, no spiciness, like just F you Marvel, I hate you, Kevin Feige, none of that spicy. Her time and how it worked out well, and inside of what happens, a little inside what happened to the show. Spoilers, there wasn't. They felt the executives felt like Freeform, which was ABC, I believe it was a formerly ABC Family, if I'm right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they how the production they wanted for them versus the plot. Like ABC Family is not one of the bigger Disney TV television shows. Got rebranded, reformed, and it was like, well, the show's still here. It owns production there. It didn't do that well, so that's kind of one of the reasons. There's also a possibility she looks like she may have hinted at that. Maybe be back on Disney Plus or some other way. But as for now, we'll see you next season. Never,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Right. Well, if you are a Marvel fan, it is a sad day, but if you are a DC fan, it could be a good day for you because the order just came not but 2 days ago at the time of recording that Batwoman got the full season order. It will be completing its first season on the CW as part of the Arrowverse.
Yes, and the thing, well, here's the
Well,
thing. Uh, I'm not a big fan of the Arrow, and I understand it was the first show called the Arrowverse, but every other show that is not the Arrow to me is like great. Black Lightning, Flash, Supergirl,
well,
Legends
well,
of
well, well, wait, wait,
Tomorrow.
wait, wait, wait. Black Lightning is not in the Arrowverse. Black Lightning is a superhero show outside of the Arrowverse.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't count. They're never going to do a crossover with it, which is like,
That's
oh,
good
I
enough.
see how it is.
See how this is for the streets. Black Lightning's back.
Yes, but I agree. I only actually horrifying confession time that will make me lose many friends. I only watch Legends of Tomorrow. I do not watch any of the other shows in the
Wow.
Arrowverse, and frankly, I do not care to. I am an ensemble bitch, and that is just who I am.
I think you would like Supergirl and Flash. Well, Flash to me is good, even though they did some. They take best way to describe it. The Flash has more elements of people who like Wally West stories, but it's Barry Allen. So if you like that stuff, if you like Wally West, but you gotta get Barry, you get what you get.
When you like Wally, but you get Barry.
Yeah, 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 basically. So I would recommend still, but I
But
definitely
yes,
want to see how far they go with Batwoman. And I think Gail Simone tweeted, "Let me write an episode. Call her, CW. Call her."
yeah, seriously, come on, dudes. Gail Simone.
Yes.
Just let her do it. Pay her all the
Yeah.
money.
Give her all the rain it down. And speaking of women that is killing it right now, Miss Marvel film date has started. Her cinematic movie will be starting soon, and it is amazing. Filming will start as early as 2020 next year. And to be fair, this is a great thing for Miss Marvel. From her fantastic run, which I recommend everyone read, the entirety of G. Wilson's Miss Marvel run. You will love it. Even if you're not about whatever your hangups are, you will love this book.
Yes, exactly. And I gotta say, it was actually the book that got me started in like American comics. Because I'd been reading manga for years, and and like comics from Spain, like kids stuff. But my friend was like, "You got to read this Ms. Marvel run. It's so good. Like you're gonna love it." And it was right. And now I have a pull list and everything at my local comic store, all because of Ms. Marvel.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I'm glad I'm glad you experienced comics that way. And it's just it's a how to put it, it's a natural progression of it. It's like she was a popular comic book character. They put in some anime movies, she got over, and now she's getting a movie, and I'm like, I'm so happy.
She's not getting a movie, buddy. She's getting a TV show.
Getting a movie. It's happening. I'm messing with you. She's getting
You're like, I'm gonna put it in the universe. She's getting a movie. She's gonna be in Captain Marvel too.
Don't play with my heart that way. I would be so lit. I kid you not.
I know. Oh, it would be so adorable. I want to see Brie Larson hug a small girl.
Yes, the sad part is the face be like, look at that. She's pushing her agenda. She's hugging kids. Hugging kids is pushing agenda.
She's hugging a Muslim girl. Oh my God, she's a communist. How does that make any sense? She's a communist.
A part of me wants to see that reaction, but I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited for the TV show. I'm excited for the whole production about it. It's already got praises from G. Wilson and Takahashi and all the other people who worked on it, the artists and worked with Miss Marvel prior. So it's like, and look, if they say it's good, it's good. You can usually trust them. So
absolutely. Speaking of fans being rabid and terrifying, like the werewolves screeching in the night, well, that segue was not as clean as I wanted it. But anyway, Joker continues to do incredibly well. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have seen it. My review is on the Outerhaven.net, which is, who hosts and sponsors this beautiful, lovely podcast. And basically, I really like the film. Matt has not seen the film.
No.
Because you are a bad person who doesn't want me to talk about the movie, but it has been topping the box office. It had the biggest box office opening of October, which is not surprising because not a lot of really great things came out in October. But it actually is so popular that it actually dropped from number one and then came back to number one.
People were like, all right, we get back in there. We tried to let someone get over.
We tried something else and this shit sucks. Its domestic box office is almost $278 million. Total worldwide is it's almost peaking into $850 million, which is massive. It's like a massive, massive success. And I will say, having seen it, I really like the movie. I think Joaquin Phoenix is incredible. I think there are strong performances throughout. I think the story is, a bit tropic, but very interesting. And, there are definitely some people who have made some interesting points about the movie not saying anything. And I disagree. I do think it has like a really important point and some really interesting ideas. Are they fleshed out perfectly? No, because this is more a character study than like a plot. But I definitely think it's still worth watching, especially if they do end up tying this into the Robert Pattinson Batman movies that are coming out sometime next year.
That would means that our good friend will, if it works out, because like I said, I heard the performance has been phenomenal. I was surprised because, how to put this, everyone can know that I have lost a lot of faith when it comes to DC. Okay, it has been a pretty hard time to say, yeah, these films are great. Excluding Wonder Woman because, everyone on that team did their homework. Like, we're not screwing this up.
Well, and Shazam was great.
Oh God, I almost forgot about Shazam. Shazam was too good. And everyone was handsome in that movie.
I know. I think the problem was just like Shazam was so good that like you almost don't believe it was a DC movie. You like forget.
No, because it was so fun. It was so different that I could not believe like this can't be a DC problem.
No.
It's a joke. You're trolling me. Who's trolling me? Am I on punked?
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You were not on punked. The movie was that good. So, it was just, oh man, I love that movie so much. I want it on DVD real bad because I'm one of those people who still owns DVDs. So yes, go see Joker. Also, if you need a little levity this Halloween, go watch some Shazam and some Wonder Woman. And, throw Aquaman in there too. It was fine. It was good.
Yeah, it was kind of like it was the palate cleanser after this. Like it made you think, okay, there's something here. I mean, you give me crap for like 8 months, and this comes out. Yeah, I feel better now.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
fair enough. But another thing to describe also that's pretty interesting that's happening. I definitely want to take in consideration that Marvel has been really pushing a lot of their X-Men titles lately. In 2020, we're gonna have Franklin Richard with who is the son of Richards with his own X-Men kind of Fantastic Four team book, and another X-Men book is Hickman and Doderman. Doderman is the artist who did Thor after Ryback left. So Thor got we got Jane Foster Thor. The run everyone seems to forget that's getting to a movie. I personally off script. I love how people are forgetting the run exists, but they turn to a movie. It's like, why is this happening? Because you ignored it and it was good.
Yep.
But anyway,
Silly,
Dodeman's a
silly fools.
silly fool. Dodeman's a phenomenal artist. I love his works, and I'm looking forward to this book in particular. It's pretty much pitched as Jean Grey and her rival nemesis Emma Frost working together. Like it seems good. The I
Good.
guess frenemies. I guess I'd say what's the frenemy duo.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
and put them together. So I guess we're getting a bigger X-Men line coming out further down for 2020 up.
Yep.
And also happening within the future is Becky Cloonan. You may have known her from, I believe, her book Southern Cross. She's a phenomenal independent artist and writer. She had a short run with The Punisher. She was the last person to work with Punisher when Steve, I believe Mr. Dillon, yeah, Steve, when Dillon passed away. And she finished that run, and now she's at Marvel writing the world, or the Conan book, Dark Agnes. It's pretty much the book about the woman sorcerer, how she became who she is. I'm excited. I'm excited to see this simply because Becky Cloonan's back in the forefront in some way. I always liked her work and how she does, and this looks like it's a good fit for her. She's written dark fantasy type books before, so 5 stars. Let's go for this.
I dig it. I dig it.
Have you
So
read any Becky Cloonan works, or you just?
I have not read any Beck and I am still very, very new to I haven't read a lot of the classics yet. I'm getting there, but
Oh
I
no,
have not.
she's relatively new. She's
Then I
been
just
around.
I'm just bad. I just to be fair, uh I basically it's whatever my friends throw in front of me and now whatever you throw in front of me, so throw more shit at me.
All
Maybe
right,
I'll read stuff.
all right. I think I could probably recommend something else from her. I mean, she was part of American Virgin, but that's maybe too old. But she has
Too
a good
old,
she has,
bring it back.
yeah, but she does have some, she has a pretty impressive library for someone who used to work at Tokyo Pop. She's art, she's a writer. She's been now I don't want to say this immediately. She's a solid, and I don't mean to spell workhorse. She works a lot of places. She's good at what she does. She has a solid resume. If you look at her, you'd be like, wow, I'm surprised you've been in the industry. Yes, I have, and I'm good at my job.
I am good at this shit, god damn it. Um
Exactly.
all right. Well, moving on to some of that more of that good shit. I know, listeners, that you have been waiting for us to bring this up because it was like the biggest news of the month last month. Spider-Man is back. He's
Yeah.
home. He's back at Marvel. Well, I mean, in the Marvel cinematics, obviously, they would never sell the comic rights to Spider-Man. That would literally be insane. That would be straight up insanity.
Yeah, the best way to describe it is mom and dad finally made up.
Yep. And apparently, Tom Holland had a really crucial role in getting the guys back to the discussion table. So, good for Tom Holland, who cannot keep his mouth shut about spoilers, but did basically save him. However, there is one very big caveat, and I feel like people don't talk about this caveat enough. So they did come to a deal. I don't exactly remember what the financial details were, but everybody was moderately happy. The thing is, the contract is only for one more solo film.
Ooh.
So that means we will get a Spider-Man 3. However, will Spider-Man be in any more of like the Avengers movies or any other films in the MCU? It's looking like the answer is currently no. Does that mean that they can't sign another contract that says that yes, he can be a part of another movie? they could, but the fact that it wasn't in this initial contract run is a little concerning.
Yeah. I guess they're trying to test the water, see what happens, and maybe mom and dad will come with a better deal. But it was a very ugly mess to begin with. In the beginning, everyone's like, Sony's a bunch of jerks, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was like, in actuality, and I really mean this, as much as we all love Marvel movies, they have been a dominant force in Hollywood where they could just step on a studio and it's like, no, I don't, could you, dude, let's work this out 50-50. No, I want 60-40. Dude, I'll be go bankrupt. Yeah, but I'm Spider-Man, so.
But I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's the way I felt like it. In the beginning, I was definitely pro Marvel because it's like, how could this happen? This is a working deal. And I realized, no, Marvel was trying to squeeze Sony out, and that was not a good idea. That was not good.
Yeah, but we will have to see what's going to end up happening. There was some talks about how Sony and Apple were talking about a merger, and for whatever contractual reasons, probably like a non-competition clause, that would have meant that the rights went back to Marvel full time. So we don't know how that's happening with yet. Again, it's all very much up in the air. It's all basically Hollywood contract law. Like, who understands any of that shit? That's why people go to law school.
Basically.
So, I mean, but yes, it's a huge deal. Everyone is very, very excited. There are better things and worse things.
Yeah. Oof.
I know. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Speaking, and I guess we could get into this something more into it, but I feel like, and this was spicy, but I wonder how going forward, DC. I don't know. I don't think DC has. I think they own all their own properties. Because I want to say, like, oh man, imagine if they make this deal with somebody else on their properties.
Yeah, no, DC owns everything. DC was smart in that sense that they were like, well, we want to own all the stuff because that way we always have control over it, which is not a terrible way to go, frankly. But no, Marvel was desperate for money.
Yeah, the 90s. Thanks, comic book crash.
Thanks.
Oh boy. Let's put it this way. Any of you guys out there who have your holographic Spider-Man #1s or holographic whatevers or Smell-O-Vision comics, those are not worth anything.
Those are garbage.
Yeah.
You can throw them on the ground!
Like, anytime you guys get some quick scheme, you hear on news, some guys, someone sold Superman 85 for $100. You can go to your local comic book store and try to sell your your 90s stuff. It will not sell. I'm giving you a heads up. So, those dreams are gone. You either trash them, or you just hide them in the basement and hope they never come out.
It is how it go.
Yeah, and speaking of things that come out, never go. Since we discussed earlier that Batwoman is getting a TV series, Arrowverse. How do you feel about them portraying her similar to Greg Rucka's or Williams run, where she's gay?
Well, I mean, I think a lot more of that goes back to like Ruby Rose being a very prolific LGBTQ person. However, I feel like I remembered something about Kate Kane being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Listen. Legends of Tomorrow already has White Canary, who is gay or bi as hell, and I'm here for it. I know that some conservative fans would probably prefer it not happen, but frankly, you know what I am here for? I'm here for more gay dudes. Where are my gay DC men, huh?
I think Captain Cold. Well, in real life he is. I don't know if he was on the TV show.
I feel like yes, he was actually on the TV show for a little bit, but then they went away. I want full time, all right? I want full time gays in my comics movies and shows.
Yeah.
I want
The major concern is that this has happened in DC Comics, not to be mean or anything. Anytime that a storyline happens where Kate Kane explores her sexuality, like having a love-hate relationship with a villain or a cop, which I always hate to destroy her relationships, they would just somehow can the book is over. And I felt like anytime a writer touches her homosexual, her lesbianisms and all that LGBT stuff, the book just gets canned or in some way. And it's like for TV, it's going to be on TV. And it's like, well, we had gay characters in DC shows, but this is a main character. It'll be prominent. And I'm not saying they're going to get it right or wrong. No, that doesn't matter. The problem is, like, don't get canned. Please don't. Oh.
I mean, listen, lesbians on TV have a better track record. I mean, Buffy had Willow and Tara.
Oh
Supergirl
yeah.
has an LGBT. Again, I don't watch Supergirl, but I know one of them is a lesbian. Um, I know obviously Legends of Tomorrow has Sarah, who is very, 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 very into the ladies, and ain't shy about it, which is great. But I would actually be more concerned if they were like, let's have all the gays, all the gay men and non-binary people in relationships and transgender people in relationships, because then that show would definitely get canceled because
Oh god.
or to appease the fans, they would bury them gays, which is, a
Oh
thing I
god.
worry about a lot.
Yeah, yeah. The like the as Gail Simone put a while back, the girl in the fridge thing. Now it's we call it the gay in the fridge.
Yeah.
But oh god, yeah. And I'm picturing them like, all right, I'm gonna hit all the rainbows. You hit one color. All colors.
Oh, fucking colors! I want the goddamn light spectrum up in this bitch.
I can picture them having the first season of the show get canceled while Batwoman just dances in a rainbow color rainbows.
Oh.
And speaking of rainbow effect, She-Ra, the latest season, I believe season 4, is
Yes.
coming out next, I believe November 5th, 2019, and it will have their first non-binary character played by a non-binary person.
Yes, it's gonna be so dope.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna check it out because I'm gonna be honest with you. I know crap about non-binary stuff. I just know the basic rainbow stuff, but I don't really care as long as my opinion is as long as you're not a jerk as a person. I don't care what you do. Just
Yep.
don't be a jerk.
To explain, non-binary basically means that this is a person who does not identify as either male or female. So a transgendered person typically will say that I am a man or I am a woman, and
Right.
this is right. A non-binary person says I am neither. I am neither male nor female. Sometimes some people in the past have sort of blended this into gender fluidity, which is more like sometimes I feel like a man and sometimes I feel like a woman, like I'm some sort of in between. Non-binary is like definitively not, it's like the neither option.
Right.
And so it's very cool. We don't know the character's name yet, which
I think it's Double Trouble, I
oh,
believe.
it's Double Trouble, right. It's the shapeshifter. And
Yes.
that's gonna be super cool. Of course, unfortunately, it is a villain, but you know what? We do our best. She-Ra is already gay as hell, according to the fandom, which I ain't
Yes.
even mad about.
I mean,
Uh,
it hella is. I've been watching it. It's like, yeah, it's.
no, me too, but I'm like, I mean, I personally have some problems with the fandom's very, 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 very particular brand of Adora Catra, because
Oh yeah,
Catra
yeah.
is abusive, and I'm like, no, girl,
No,
this isn't okay. Please just let her be happy.
I prefer Catra Scorpy, but hey, that's just me.
I think Scorpia is too good for Catra. I feel like Catra's a bad character. I'm like, Catra is every abusive girlfriend that you do not
Yes.
need in your life, okay?
No, the thing is, you feel bad for Catra because all the stuff that happened to her. She like her shadow mom treats her like crap her whole life, and it's so
Yeah,
apparent how it messes
but
her up.
listen to me very carefully, Matt, because I think you need a lesson. Just because someone has a tragic backstory doesn't mean that they have a right to treat other people like crap, alright?
Oh no, I agree, but it's more like it's a continuation of it's like it's happening again and again and again to her. Like I'm not trying to excuse Catra. It's like her abandonment issues are very apparent and they happen enough in the show so you have like wow
Right.
she's trying and trying but she can't like have you seen season 3?
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers!
Spoilers. So remember the episode they went in the desert, her and Scorpion, and they lived their life. You could just stay here. She's like, no, I want to prove the evil commander that I'm worthy of his respect, and he doesn't care about nobody.
He didn't care about no. Actually, he
The
did care about somebody. He cared about Entrapta.
Matrapta, yeah, but that was that what Catra did at the end, that was messed up. I was like, no, I can't. I hate her now. What she did to Entrapta, and that really.
Friendship, just
But
perfect blend. Sorry, I love Entrapta and Hordak. I think it's so funny.
yeah, Horvath, yeah, I love, yeah, they're so awkward. It's great. But no, but in all seriousness, it's like that episode's got a perfect example of her problem. Like, it does. She wants someone who she perceives as better than her to acknowledge her, but that isn't going to happen, and that makes me feel so bad for her. That's my take.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, she's a fascinating character, but for me, it's the fandom's very specific, like,
Oh yeah,
our
yeah.
ship. Like, every fandom has like the ship, right? Like
Oh
the
yeah,
main
yeah, yeah,
ship.
yeah.
For the movies, the new ones, it's Eddie Ritchie, which I'm like, hell to the yes. For shut up, I have feelings, and I like size difference fic. Because one is short and the other one's tall, and it's adorable. Shut up, we're not talking about this. And in the new She-Ra fandom, it is Adora Katra, and I'm like, that is all of it is like unhealthy hurt fic, and I'm like, I need y'all to
I mean,
stop.
if I had to put adore of somebody, I would like adore Glimmer maybe, but just whatever.
I don't think Adora need anybody. I think Adora is doing just fine on her lonesome.
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if I ship anybody actually.
yeah, you gotta start getting that.
Yeah. Oh man, it's one of those few things that I watch/read where I like don't actually ship anyone. I'm just like, everyone is good where they are. Whatevs.
Whatevs. The squad is fine.
The squad is good. They're doing their best. Like whoever is with whomever is it's fine. It's fine. Whatever's happening, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
I
so
feel
that
like
is coming back.
if I had to choose as a real bae, I would say Mermista because her level of sarcasm and no craps given is like, yep, she's my life. That's me. I
Yep.
just don't care anymore.
Also, she's played by Vela Level, who was from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, who also played like this really sardonic, like too cool for school character. And I'm just like, yes, I'm so happy that you
Oh,
are still getting work.
5 stars. I love it.
Yep.
And speaking of things we love, so Sarah, tell them about this amazing work of literature you've been working.
Oh my god, I think you're overhyping it just a scotch. So there is this independent publishing house called Hellcat Press. They are at hellcatpress.com. They do anthologies basically, and they're crowdfunded. And I and a really great friend of mine, one of my best friends in the whole world, Anjali Rafer. You can find her at Anjali Rafer Art on Instagram. She asked me actually, do you want to submit for this upcoming anthology, which is called The Dark Lady Rises. It is an all-female anthology, so everyone in the book, from artists to writers, even the editor is female. You know, just sort of support the ladies in horror. I wrote a comic in it. It's called Question and Answer, and it came out this week, which is very exciting. And when it is available for purchase, you can buy it at hellcatpress.com.
Wait, available purchase? What are you talking about? I want this product now.
Well, unfortunately, y'all could have gone on the Kickstarter and done it. Not you, dear listeners, because I didn't talk about it with you guys, but other people, cough, cough, Matt, could have bought it while it was on Kickstarter.
Oh, excuse me. I can't kickstart every indie comic book. I only kickstart one book and one book of Tilly. The Life and Times of the Horrible Accountant by Matthew Paul. Kickstarted by me.
Fair enough. So yes, you can buy it soon. I'm sure if you email Hellcat Press and say, "Hey, I want a copy of the book," they will sell it to you. It is great. There are also some really great comics in there. It's not just mine. Mine is, special because it's me. But there are a lot of really great comics in there. They're all horror themed. It's great for Halloween, or if you're like me, post Halloween, because my life is a horror show, and if I don't fuel the beast, I will snap and kill lots of people. So if you need that horror, go get it. Go get my comic.
Go get it. So while we're telling people to go get things, I'm going to tell people my recommendations for this spooky time of the
year. Ooh, spooky!
So I'm going to recommend one of the new classic of horror comics, written by my boy Joe Hill and drawn by Gabriel Rodriguez. I'm talking about Lock and Key. It is just good. It's
so good.
It is a, how to put this? I'm going to say polite. It is a sexy horror suspense murder mystery. It's just great. And I've actually somehow read this series a little bit out of order, because at the time, when it early printing, it was just before IDW reprinted it with numbers. I read some of the trades in different orders. I read Clockworks, and actually I read Crown of Shadows. Then I read Clockworks, and I read the first volume. But they're all good. Even if you read it out of order, you still love it in some aspect because they put enough deposition so you figure out what's going on. The writing is that good.
Wait, did you just use the word deposition?
Deposition,
I
yeah.
think you mean shit, now I can't remember the word.
Me neither. So that's the first one I went to.
Shit, no, wait,
Is
Matt,
it
no, you can't
exposition?
tell. No, readers, listeners, don't. It's not deposition. It's they put enough.
Oh man,
Not preposition. Oh
not
God.
preposition.
Oh no,
Like I
God, no.
said, is it exposition? Preposition?
Exposition. There
Yeah,
we go.
exposition. There we go. They have enough exposition. There's so many positions.
Somebody took a key and unlocked your door for vocabulary.
Yes. Woo, we did it. But
Woo, we
anyway,
made a joke.
honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, it is a very strong book. It's the plot as written, as I mentioned. I read each trade wrong at the time when I saw it, and it's a non-chronological order. It's like the best way to describe it is if anybody's ever read Ed Brubaker's Criminal, you can read Criminal in non any order you want, and the story of the world puts together the more you read each storyline, and that's why I love about Lock and Key. And it's a phenomenal book, and I cannot believe that this flew under the radar when I read it around 2015, and I'm surprised this book was going on before that. I was like, where was this? Where was I?
Yep. This is actually one of the few comics that I read in its original run.
Oh
So
wow! So yeah,
I too love Lock and Key. I also give him my little check of approval because one, Joe Hill is amazing, and two, the comic is amazing. So, and also, if I'm not mistaken, they are coming out with a podcast version of it now, so you can
ooh,
listen to it and read it and get all the spooky in your little adorable spooky heart if you want it.
movie times. So what are you recommending?
All right, so you brought up Ed Brubaker. So I am going to recommend a series of his that is already completed, Fatale. Fatale is dope as hell.
Wow.
Basically, it is very Lovecraftian, right? So if you are a big person who loves sort of Lovecraft and cosmic nihilism and elder gods and all this stuff, you are definitely going to love it. It's about this woman named Josephine who can more or less get any man to fall in love with her. And she never ages, and it's just super dark, and she's all mixed up in this cult stuff. And frankly, it's the art is fantastic. It's by Sean Phillips. Just fantastic art. It's very noir. It's, very deeply tragic. It's bloody. It's gory. It's sexy. It's weird. It's heart-wrenching. I definitely recommend it. It is in 2 deluxe editions if you are lazy like me and do not want to have to wait so long in between volumes to read stuff. It's Fatale, Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. Find it at your local library or your local comic store, and if they don't carry it, make them fall in love with you and then get them killed. And then own their comic book store.
That sounds like if I ever lose my job as the accountant, I guess I'll go with Plan B. That's a good Plan B.
That's a good plan. Go to your local comic book store, make the person fall in love with you, get them killed by a cult, and then just own their comic book store.
Yeah. The best part about Fatale is that, as you mentioned, Sean Phillips has actually been Ed Brubaker's partner when it came to writing for his independent comic run for over 20 plus years, from Criminal to Fatale to Velvet to uh oh my god. I mean, I read this a couple of months. Oh, I forgot. Oh, it's a Punisher like book.
Kill or Be Killed?
Kill or Be
Maybe?
Killed. Yes, I talked about that. Yeah, Kill or Be Killed. That's a recent one. And now to their the new Criminal coming out because they brought it back again. Those guys, yeah, they've been in partner forever. So Sean Phillips is an amazing artist. Oh, and the Fade Out. Fade Out. That's another one. It's another.
Fade Out.
I think you will also like Fade Out too. It has some horror elements in it. I think you'll like that too.
It is also a shorter story, so that's good.
That's too, yeah.
Yeah. So yes, Matt, I believe this is the time when you tell our spooky listeners that it is time to say goodnight.
Yes. We will see you next time in War of Infinite Panels. Enjoy comics, people.